If you have that feeling that you're not quite living life yet, like you're waiting for something to happen, you're waiting for life to begin, you're waiting for that great discovery, when you finally arrive at that point where life begins, in this moment you're in, this isn't enough, this isn't really life, this is the intermittent part. And even maybe you've done great things, you've gone on great travels, great adventures, you've had great relationships, had great jobs, but they didn't quite feel like you was living life and they weren't what you quite expected. So if you're waiting to get that feeling of actually being in life, you know, that feeling you're chasing of actually living, then this video is for you. I was chasing that feeling my whole life, and it's such a hard thing to understand because you don't even know you're doing it. So my whole life, I just kind of had that feeling that I wasn't quite living life, that this wasn't life. I remember I dreamed of traveling the world, traveling to New Zealand, visiting all the Lord of the Rings sites, sitting under the stars on a mountain. I dreamed of that and I thought, this is going to be incredible. I remember I was listening to the Interstellar soundtrack and I thought, one day I'm going to do that. And then I did it. And that same night, I was laying under the stars, listening to the Interstellar soundtrack, staring at shooting stars flying past on top of the mountain. Can't remember the name of it. Castle Hill. I was on Castle Hill at night, just in a sleeping bag looking up at the stars. And I remember thinking, I'm not quite living. Maybe when I get back home, I'll start my living. That's when life will begin. Well, I learned 8 words, I believe, that changed my life. And it came very late in life, too late. And hopefully you're a lot younger and you get it now. But these 8 words are life-changing. And I think instantly they will change your perspective and they'll get rid of this weird feeling that you're not quite living life. So, welcome to the journey. If you're new here, and if you're old, welcome back to this journey. I am William Mulligan, author of The Everyday Stoic, Simple Rules for a Good Life. I teach practical stoicism to help you become the best version of yourself and live a more fulfilling life. Today's episode is powered by Huel. Huel is a quick, affordable, nutritiously complete food with everything that your body needs. Let's jump into the episode. Today, I'm going to talk about something that plagued me for so long. This is probably one of the most important lessons I have to give, and I know it will help many of you. So you have that feeling that life's not quite happening. Maybe when you finish school, that's when life begins. But then you do finish school and then you're kind of just in the middle and you're like, I'm not quite there yet. I'm just in the middle. And then you get a job and you're not quite there yet because you're just starting your job. Maybe it's because you're starting your job. Maybe when you get into it, you're living. But then you get into it and you're like, this is mundane. This is boring. I'm not quite living. And you're waiting for a secret, a gift, a magic thing that lies beyond. It lies beyond you. And in your head, you can see this magic thing that seems attainable. And you'll never be happy in your life. You'll never be satisfied in life. You'll never feel like you're truly living because this special thing, this ethereal thing of life, this great magic, it lies just beyond your reach. And you don't even understand what that magic thing is. That magic thing is real, and I'm going to give it you. So, I struggled with this for so long, it was ruining my life. And I was scrolling on the internet. I don't even know what I was looking at. And someone said, your problem, I think it's because I was feeling so bad. I was like writing in my problems into Google. And it said, your problem is not a psychological problem. It is a philosophical one. Your problem is not a psychological problem. It is a philosophical one. That was 12 words. I said it was 8, but that's 12 words. Does this make sense? Because as soon as I read that, it made sense. And instantly, it changed my life. Not drastically, but the more I started incorporating it, the more my life started to change. So, let's begin with the film Stand By Me. We watch a film like Stand By Me or Stranger Things, and we see this friendship on screen. We see this great adventure they have. And we get this sense of this is what life is. This is what friendship is. And we'll get that one day. That's the magic outside of our reach. And then when we go to our normal lives, we have great friendships. But then when we're comparing it to these things, these medias, these ideas, then our friendship will never live up to that. And then love songs. We listen to love songs and they're so beautiful. They tear the soul apart. And you hear it. This is what love is. What is love? We hear these things. And when we don't have exactly this ethereal thing, then it's outside of our reach. And we can never be happy with what this thing we have right here in the physical world. And we create all these ideas. And we create them. And it goes even into wordplay, the ideas of happiness. You know, what is happiness? We learn what happiness is when we're a kid, most of us. And, you know, our parents see us screaming and our smiles wide. We're on a park with all our best friends. The sun is shining and we're just so elated. And our parents go, "You're so happy. Look at you." And this is our idea of happiness, this one memory. And then we're embedded in, this is what happiness is, this like crazy, visceral thing. And then when we grow up, things change, emotions change, our life changes. And we haven't got this image, this magic thing outside there of this childhood wonder. And then we start to believe we're not happy. Yeah, anyway, we'll get that thing. And basically, with all these understandings, we've created this magic in the air, way outside of our grasp. That's also non-describable. You can't actually, it's not tangible, you can't describe it, but it's kind of like a vague image in our head of like, this is what life is. And that's why we sit there, maybe you're sitting there thinking, I'm not really living yet. And then you have like a wonderful time with your friends and family, and you just lay there in bed going like, yeah, well, maybe one day I'll appreciate this when I truly start to live. Well, have I got the lesson for you? There's a few steps to this, but the two most important things are to understand that this is a philosophical problem. It's not a psychological problem. It's not, you're not rewired wrong. You're not messed up. You know, you can get out of this just by changing your philosophical belief of life. That this image, this magic thing, this unobtainable thing that you just kind of, it's like smoke in the air. It's like a cloud of magic. You can't grab it. You can't grab it because it's existing here. But if you bring that magic into the physical, into the present moment, where you don't just grab it, you embody it, you feel it, then you have this magic within you. And how do you do that? By understanding that this is it. This is the magic. Whatever you have right now, the friendship you have right now, the love you have right now, the job you have right now, the world around you, the sunset, the sky, the clouds, the birds, the trees, the dogs, everything. This is the magic. It is absolutely incredible. And this is the magic you've been seeking your whole life. This is the thing you've been waiting for. And it's just right in front of you. And when you start to make the decision of not waiting for that thing, not understanding what this thing is, you know, you've just got this idea of friendship, love, life, travel, and it's like a vague idea in your head. When you understand it's this physical thing in front of you, the walk to the park and the group of people that stop and talk to you and they're laughing and the sun setting and then the night in with your loved one watching Lord of the Rings, you know, the meal you have with your friends and family. This is the thing you've always been waiting for. But the reason it doesn't feel like that is because you're believing in this ethereal existence, this unobtainable existence. And you'll never appreciate the beauty, the incredible greatness of the thing you have in front of you because you're expecting something way beyond, the great beyond. And that thing doesn't exist. The greatness is in front of you. And your life will start to change when you understand that the magic is here. The secret to life is right here in this present moment. And when I'm saying this present moment, I don't also mean wait till you have that meal with your friends. I mean this moment you're on a bus listening to my words. This moment I'm sat here talking to a camera. This is the greatness. the fact that I can sit here and talk to you all, teach you an amazing lesson. I don't know how many hundreds of people, thousands of people are going to be impacted by this lesson. It's beautiful. And even if I'm not talking to a camera, here articulating my beliefs, my practices, and, I've got friends and family around me. I've got, the sun's really nice outside. It's just nice. I feel healthy. I feel good. I might have a blocked nose and a sore chest, but I feel good. I feel alive. A quick word from our sponsor, Huel. Huel is a quick, affordable, nutritiously complete food with everything that your body needs. I really like Huel. When I was writing my book, I was using Huel to power me through every single day. When I had my daily greens, when I had my meals, when I had my shakes, it stopped me from going to the shop, buying a load of rubbish, buying a load of unhealthy food, wasting loads of money. And these things do add up. Those quick journeys to the shop every day, the money adds up, the unhealthy foods add up, the wasted time adds up. So if I ever get those cravings, I grab a Huel and it fills my cravings. I feel good. It tastes delicious. It's quick and easy. And if you have any interest in the Huel products, then check the link in the description. Let's get back to the episode. The second step is to be present. It's a similar thing, but to understand that the present is the only thing that exists. So you don't live in the past, you don't live in the future, you live in the present. So if you get a pen and paper or a phone in your fingers or your thumbs or your nose or your voice activation, you take your phone or your pen and paper and you write down, the magic is now. The magic is now. The life I've been waiting for is now. And the only thing that exists is for now. Write this down and understand this fully. Look at your note, look at your phone every so often, maybe make it your wallpaper. Have a little piece of paper in your pocket that you always just pull out. I can happily say in 6 weeks' time, you'll return to this video and leave a comment saying how much it changed your life. So I'm just hoping, this goes out in like a day or two, I'm hoping in 6 weeks, just over 6 weeks, I'll start to see these comments come in because this stuff works. I know it works. And 6 weeks might seem like a long time, but if you don't start that journey, then you'll never get anywhere. And today's episode saying that we need to carry on this journey. If you're old here, let's carry on this journey. If you're new here, you can also carry on this journey towards progress, towards becoming the best version of yourself. Because if you never make that start on that journey, then you will just wander around aimlessly and never end up anywhere, never noticing progress, never making progress. And you'll be on your deathbed going, why did I never start? This is the start of your journey. And if you want to carry on your journey with some extracurricular, then my book, The Everyday Stoics, Simple Rules for a Good Life, is available in stores in the UK and it's available for pre-order in the States, in Canada, and it's coming to a country near you, not near you, where you're in, maybe, coming to your country. This is a practical guide. It's the simple rules for a good life. It's my decade-long journey through Stoicism, using it to help me become a better version of myself, go from anxious, scared, shy, feeling lost, feeling like a victim, to feeling confident, feeling happy, to feeling calm, to feeling like I had direction, feeling not like a victim, like a victor. This is how I did it. And if you don't like reading books, because some people don't like reading books, it's available on Audible, and it's an audiobook. I read it. And it's 4 hours long. You can listen to my voice go on and on. It actually sounds bad in this because I wasn't ill. It was in a professional booth. I had loads of people watching me, telling me, say, hey, do this line again. You need a bit more emphasis on this word to really get it across. After many hours of reading, you get very fatigued. But anyway, less about me, more about you. Let's carry on this journey and have a wonderful day. And don't just listen to this podcast and do nothing. Think about these things. Make progress, because without action, you're just listening to me as a hobby, which I know some of you might just want to learn about Stoicism, learn about self-help and all that kind of stuff. But if you want to improve your life, I sound like some American self-help guru. If you want to improve your life, then you got to do the work. If you don't change, you'll never change. But it's true. If you don't change, you'll never change. If you don't make action, then you will never make action. Very obvious, but we seem to ignore these things. We seem to put things off for another day. All you're doing is becoming good at putting things off. Start right now and have a wonderful day. Thank you.